Howdy and welcome back to the channel. Just making a couple short videos today, updating on a few of my activities, since this channel is partially to document my journey in the crypto space, kind of see what I'm doing and when. Helps me to look back on that, and it helps others who might want to follow along and know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I had a little bit extra. I threw some into EMP.Detonator. Again, remember the detonator is kind of like the faucet of DRIP, where you get 1% per day up to a maximum. You can increase that maximum with your deposits. But the one of the added bonuses here, you see we got 20 seconds left. It's always exciting every day. My compounds make enough for at least one ticket, but today I deposited a little more, so I have 10 tickets. That's 10 tickets out of 6,400. Now that's not the most amazing odds in the whole world, but when you think about it as like a raffle or what else could we think of it? Just like a lottery, your average state lottery is nowhere near those odds. So the odds are pretty close in your favor. 10 tickets out of 6,000, or say if you deposit, you could have up to 50 a day. You could get 50 tickets a day from your deposits, and you could have 50 tickets a day from your compounding. So if you're compounding enough, if you had enough in here, you could be getting 50 tickets, and then also every time you deposit, you'd be getting 50 tickets. So if you were depositing that much per day, you also have a chance to win the snipe for the day if you deposit enough. This doesn't show the highest. It was about 6,000 earlier. 6,000 or 7,000 was the highest deposit today, and that would have won. So both of those people, the random winner from the tickets and the sniper who gets the highest deposit for the day right before the timer ends. A lot of people try to play that game and win that if they're gonna, or if you're already going to be depositing a lot. For instance, if you had a large amount to throw at it, I don't know what that would be, 10,000, 15,000. You might be much higher odds to win that snipe. If you join their Telegram group or the Discord, there's usually someone posting the spreadsheet of the highest snipes, and you can kind of gauge and see what the highest was. If you had enough to throw at it, you'd almost be guaranteed to win that snipe. I hate to use that word in anything like crypto, but if you do win that snipe, you get an instant, extra 30,000. Or if you win one of these tickets, you get an extra 33,000 into your deposits. You don't get that to spend immediately, but it goes into your deposits. And remember, we're getting 1% a day. So that's a pretty big opportunity. If those who have won that, and I've had people in my comments tell me they've won the lottery, so it's always exciting to watch every day to see if you do, even if you only have one ticket. But that's an instant, 1%. What, you're getting 300 a day that you could either go do something with, claim it, or compound it back in. Obviously, it works the same as the drip faucet. There's a max payout there. If I had 30,000 in there, this max payout would be much higher. But if I'm only draining the system, of course I would run into an issue there. EMP is also pegged, it's an algo coin pegged to Ethereum. If you're bullish for Ethereum long term, this is one of those projects that you might really like. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do with your funds. You have to make your own decisions, do your own research. But I recognize that we're in this big slump of crypto right now. A lot of things are down. Ethereum, Bitcoin, all the majors. And so if you're bullish on those long term, meaning you're positive, you think about them positively, and you think we're just in this downtrend in the market and we're going to see a rise later, which is really where I fall as far as my thought process, then any of these things, would be beneficial to get in now while they're lower. EMP is only 50 cents right now. I've seen it much higher. I've seen it, I want to say, 60, 70, 80 cents. It's been much higher, and it will be higher. It's a ratio of 4,000 to 1 on Ethereum, if I remember correctly. That's what they're pegged to. So if Ethereum goes up in the future and they're keeping it pegged, for one, when there's that volatility, when it's lower than peg or higher than peg, there's all these little ways to earn inside this system. Things that turn on or turn off printing essentially money, free money, depending on if they're at peg or below it or over it. And that's how they get back to peg, actually, is by issuing these bonds. They'll issue a bond when they are under peg. You buy the bonds, you buy the E-bonds, and then when they're over peg, oh, by the way, you're buying it with EMP, which gets burnt. And that's how they push EMP back up above peg to the Ethereum price. And then once they're over peg, you can hold on to those bonds as long as you'd like. You sell them as high over peg as you can, and then you make a profit on those bonds. So you're trying to get those, and then you're also trying to farm to get E-shares, which is another way to take profit in the system. Rather than selling the EMP and driving the peg down, which you don't really want to do, you could also farm for these E-shares. And then you can take a profit off of those before putting them back into their own farm. So it's a whole ecosystem. It's pretty neat. I like the detonator. That's why I threw a little bit more at it just now. If you're not in it, by the way, as always, I have my referral links in the description if it sounds neat to you. I've only got about 1,700 deposited in there right now, but this is probably the platform that I have the most in. DRIP was still a little too high priced for me at the time, and I wasn't sure how much I wanted to put into DRIP, and so I did jump into this one pretty heavily. I'm moving back towards putting more towards DRIP to kind of balance these two out for my own portfolio of crypto miners that are doing really well. But I have a lot of faith in the future of EMP. I think they're doing a lot of good things. I think they're doing the right things by educating everyone who comes in. They recommend everyone who comes in here to watch their little academy video, and it basically talks about how to keep the system healthy, but keep everyone making money as long as they can. So they're trying to keep the system healthy by staying at peg, by staying at that ratio to Ethereum, and they're doing a really good job. I have not seen it drop below peg too many times while I've been here, and when it does, then people make money with those bonds, so they don't really care. It's just it's a really good system to stay at peg and keep chugging along as it does. And even something like that lottery and the detonator seems really sustainable, mostly because of those big snipes every day. People are trying to win those. So if you have 5 or 10 guys deposit, 6, 7, 8,000, whatever it is, when they're trying to beat the snipes, it actually adds up to being able to pay out those lottery winners. So it really becomes pretty self-sustainable, except on a really rare day. So yeah, just that's my update for today on EMP that I am throwing a little extra in here. That may be interesting to you or not, but I really do have fun with this lottery ticket system. It's every day the countdown comes, and they do a live AMA every single day on their YouTube and their Telegram voice chat, and I like the community. I think it's a fun place to be. Ticket price is only about $10 right now due to the price of EMP. So if you want to join, grab the referral in the description. If you have any questions, jump in Telegram, linked below as well. We have a lot of helpful people in there to answer questions, or just ask more in the comments on YouTube. I'll try to get to them. Thanks, guys, for watching. That's been my EMP update for the day. You guys have a great one. See you on the next video.